Hi everybody, my name is Helena from Gink Design, and today we will be working with the wonderful new Luxe decoupage papers from Aussie Decor Transfers. They come in 3 sizes. This is the large. This is the Queen of Spades we're working with today. This is the large size, A1. When you join the stream, if you would please just say hello. Hi Valerie. And let me know you can see okay. Today we're in my garage because the piece I'm working on is a cocktail cabinet and it's extremely heavy, so I couldn't move it. I hope that hi Cheryl, I hope that the light is okay and I hope the sound is okay. I have 2 cameras, so I have one pointing at the door and I have then one on my face so you can see me. And today, hi Joanne, hi Tracy. So Facebook has been playing up and I tried to change the location of the stream and it wouldn't let me start at 6. It said I had to wait 10 minutes. So that's the delay. It wasn't me, it was Facebook. So I'm just going to work away and show you how I decoupage. So as I say, we're using Queen of Spades, beautiful, and we're using Aussie Decor Transfer Blue tool to do it with because it is super. It's the best tool ever. They're so handy. I think they're only maybe £3 from Aussie Decor, £2 something. But if you don't already own one, get yourself one. They're a real handy tool. I use the one end has felt and it is soft, and the other end is hard plastic, and I use the hard plastic end to do my raised stencils, as well as using it for my self-adhesive decoupage papers. So this was a handy tip from another brand ambassador in Texas, Garden, Texas. So they said pop this into a sandwich bag and then it keeps your blue tool free from glue, because we are going to be using lots of glue today. The glue I use is, in America it's called white glue, here it's PVA industrial strength. So I've watered it down a little because it is very thick. It is very, very thick, and that's what I will be using to adhere this to the cocktail cabinet. I have prepped the cocktail cabinet. I'm not sure, maybe bring in a wee, oh you think you can, I've put snake skin texture on, and then I have used a light color to as our base, because I want this beautiful image to be nice and bright, and if you put it on a colored background you will lose some of that. So the first thing I do when decoupaging is get rid of this edge, because a sharp edge, I think you can see a sharp edge, even when you've blended it in with your colors, I still think a sharp edge is harder to get rid of or to blend in than a jagged edge. So what I do is rip it off. Jagged edge that is hard to, I don't know something's happening with the camera, I think. Everyone's having problems with their lives on Facebook for some reason. A friend of mine, she started one the other day and it just kept cutting, it just kept throwing her off. So hopefully there won't be any more issues. Hopefully that was it, a little glitch. So I'm just tearing off this paper to get started. So the Luxe papers from ADT, Aussie Decor Transfers, are 40 GSM. So they're very tough and robust. They have little fibers. I don't know if you can see the little fibers. They have little fibers, sub-threads through them, and that is to give them stability and to make them robust, that they don't rip easily. And they are really great quality. And this is the first I'll be using them. So I am very, 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 very excited to be doing so. And our other brand ambassadors are all using Luxe papers, I think, this week. So if you follow ADT, check out all the other brand ambassadors, their live videos, because they will all be doing tutorials on how to decoupage. Now everyone has their own way of doing things. So this is my way. I'm just showing you my way, what I've learned over the years, what works for me. And the other brand ambassadors will all have their own hints and tips to share with you of how they do theirs. So just one wee bit still to go. And then I will start to put her onto the cabinet. Everyone has been waiting to see her because she is so gorgeous. Hi Carrie, thanks for joining. She is just beautiful, and the cocktail cabinet I'm doing will be black and yellow, obviously for the snake, and there's lots of texture. I think if I turn this camera around to the side, can you see the snake texture maybe clearer on the side of the unit? Yeah, do you see it? So I have two big snakes, one on either side, and then I have also added the snake skin texture to the fronts, and it's going to then be yellow and black and gold, and it is fabulous. Hi Emma, thanks for joining. So I'm just getting ready to start putting her on. I'm just saying, Emma, when I get decoupage paper, I don't like this straight edge because it's hard to blend in, and sometimes you can see it. So I like to just rip it off around the edge to give it a jagged edge. Is far easier to work with than a straight edge. So these papers come in three sizes: large, medium, and small. This is the large, the A1 size. And there is my affiliate link, which should be at the top of this video, and you will then be able to go through my link and go to the website to purchase. So I'm going to start. I'm just going to see where I want her. Obviously, there's a door, and I don't want her face to be cut off. So I will start right here. Just place it. Yeah, and then after I put it on, I will trim it. When the glue is dry, I will trim it down the opening of the door and the keyhole, etc. So I'm just going to make sure the keyhole is not, yeah. So I'm just going to start then with my PVA. And then this is the wet method. There's a dry method where you let your glue dry, and then you use a hot iron, and you use some baking paper, parchment, over the top of it, and then the hot iron reactivates the glue. So that's another method which I will be showing you over the next few weeks, because we will be doing our Luxe papers all month, as far as I know. There's going to be lots and lots of decoupaging happening on the ADT page, and our blue tools really are amazing for getting out any wrinkles, crinkles, and air bubbles. So I really recommend that you grab one. I've also got texture above here on the wee rim, and I will be adding some mouldings to the top of this cabinet. So I didn't have a white on hand, so I just used, this is like a pale grey colour, but it's okay as long as it's a light colour. So I will take a Queen of Spades. I think that's where I want to place her. And then the blue tool is in the Ziploc bag, in the sandwich bag. So these papers, because they're 40 GSM, they are very strong. Very strong. So don't be afraid of them. I'm trying to show you as close as possible. You just work your way across, pushing out the air bubbles. You have time to move and you have time to play with these because they are 40 GSM. So I just need to do this tight in around the door. And then our blue tool, as you can see, is just pushing out all the air bubbles. Now there is some snake texture under here, which I wanted to see through the paper, and you can feel it. So hopefully when that dries, it's going to add interest to the piece. That's the idea. So that is great. There's no air bubbles, you can see. So I will then just lift up and add more glue and just work my way down. So if you have any questions, it's a very cool design. It really is. I'm going to go around the corner. I'll put her on and then I'll work the paper around the corner once I get this on. So just doing a bit of time. I'm just working down, pushing the air bubbles out. If there's any crinkles, just lift it off, smooth it out. And having this in the Ziploc bag really is saving it from getting covered in glue. So I just got a little air bubble there that I'm just pushing out to the side. Then I have my snake texture here underneath the snake, which is pretty cool. I'll do another wee bit and just keep working my way down until she is on. And then let it dry. Do not try to cut or trim when it's wet. Always do that when it's dry, because you can tear it. You can tear very easily when it's wet. So just keep working down, and you're just going to push the air bubbles down and out with your blue tool as you go. So I try to have the snake texture under the snake, and I think it has worked. And then you can come in, you can highlight your texture with metallic waxes, with different paints, just to add interest and character to your piece. So again, we're just working our way down, pushing out the air bubbles as we go. Come out sideways. I just want to make sure it's tight in along here where the door is. And if you can see, so can you see the difference the jagged edge makes? You can hardly see. You can hardly see where the decoupage paper ends because of the jagged edge. And then when you paint that in, you put your paint on it, and you paint that in, you're not going to see where the Luxe paper ends and where your paint starts. So I'm just going over again, making sure I've pushed out all the air. because these are quite robust, you have time to lift it and move it. You have a lot of play time with these papers without ripping them. Lots and lots of play time. And because it's been put onto a light background, you can't really see any of the wee threads. Wee threads disappear. Whereas if it had been on a dark background, you'd be able to see those. So I'm just doing this bit up at the top. And this is all going to be painted in. And it is going to be super cool. So I'm just pushing that up over here. I'm going in with my blue tool and smoothing it out. There's a little ridge here. I'm just pushing it in with the blue tool on up over the curves. And just keep checking that I have all the air bubbles out. That I can't see any. And she is looking very good. I'll maybe move back a little bit so you can see in her entirety. So it's not ideal in the garage, but as I say, this is such a big heavy unit. It could not be shifted anywhere else. So that is gorgeous. Hi Valerie. Paper is beautiful. Hi Hecke. Hi Emma. So now I'm just going to do the last bit. I'm going to do it down over the doors at the bottom, and then I am going to trim all that when it's dry so that the doors open. And then I will move around and do it around the side. And then it really is that easy. If you don't have a blue tool, grab yourself some cling film or some, we call it cling film. I think you call it shrink wrap in other countries, but we call it cling film. Grab some of your cling film into a big ball and use it in a big ball to smooth down your paper and to get rid of your air bubbles. I have lots and lots of texture on the bottom doors. Hi Maura. Hi Eilish. Thanks for joining. And then after you trim this, we have a dog who's very interested in this. He's very interested in this snake. It's not real, Bella. She has been standing at my feet watching the snake going on. So I hope you can see him just going over and under, pushing the paper in with the blue tool, just along the line of the curves, and then pushing it down. Any air bubbles will come out. So after you trim, when it's all dry and you trim it, if there's any air bubbles of that, you just go back in with a wee bit of glue, hit it with a wee bit of glue and push it down again. So now I'm going to go around the side. Maybe move this camera so you can see a really close up of me going around the sides. So it's going to be going like that. I want it to be tight along the edge, so I'm going to go right down the edge. Instead of doing a little bit of time, I'm going to go right down the edge because I want it tight at the edge. I don't want any air in under the edge. So get your glue on, be generous with it. And then I'm going to push it in round and over that corner. Right. Nice, and put it onto a textured surface. You can hear the texture. Right, and then any corners that poke through, you just paint them in afterwards. You just paint them in with your paint after. So you can hear it hitting the texture of the snake skin when I use my blue tool. I'm just going, I want it to be quite tight around this corner. So I'm just pushing it in. Right, I will rip it here. I'll put 2 rips. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll put 2 rips in it here because I want it to go down and over this big corner here. So that's okay to do because you want your paper to go around. And that's it on the side. What I do now is I will go over it with a layer of my PVA, and that will seal the top. That seals the top and the bottom. So going around the corners is just like wallpapering, where you would cut a wee slit into your wallpaper to get it around a bit of cornicing or something. So now I am just going over it with a layer of my PVA, and I will just leave that and let it all dry, and then it will be ready for painting, to paint it in. And remember to follow me, follow Aussie Decor Transfers. They have a creative club, so it's a group on Facebook called Aussie Decor Transfers Creative Club, and that is where everyone, all the brand ambassadors, content creators and customers all post their work. There is also a competition running. So the competition prize is $120 worth of product, and to be in with a chance to win this prize for 120 Australian dollars. To be in with a chance to win, you must use one of our new Luxe papers on a piece and then take photographs and submit it. And the judging will take place by the brand ambassadors and the content creators. They will judge all the entries. And then the winner will get a voucher to spend on the website. So it's really good competition. Well, PVA is white glue. It's in America they call it white glue. In school they would use PVA in schools and stuff, but I buy this in a hardware store, and it's £20, and it's industrial, so it's really strong, really super strength, and it's much thicker than this. I add a little bit of water and water it down, because when you pour it out of the container, it is really it's really too thick. It's like my porridge. If I ever make you porridge, Hecka, you'll know what I mean about the PVA glue. You can stand on it. And as I'm going over the top with my PVA, any air bubbles, I'm putting a wee bit of pressure with my brush and pushing them out if I see any. White industrial glue, that's it, Heike. Yep, that's it. I will get a link for you, and I'll send you a wee link after this for the one I buy, and then you'll be able to see if you can get it in Switzerland or the equivalent in Switzerland. But it is super good for doing things onto furniture, because it is industrial strength. I'm just going to move this camera over a wee bit so you can see. So it's not really ideal in the garage, but there's nothing I could do, couldn't move it. So I'm just working just down the bottom, I think you can see. Just adding the layer of the glue, and that's it sealed. So you can use top coat as well. Heck, you can use, a lot of people like top coat. This is what I like. I've never had an issue with this. It's never lifted off. It's very, very robust, and it's great that it leaves you with a great surface to paint when it's dry. Super, super hard. And that is the Queen of Spades finished. So that's good, isn't it? I'll bring you in with this camera. And just show. So the PVA glue on the lace has already started to dry. You can see it's went clear. And then say there's lots. I'm going to add lots of different things. You can see the texture, the snakeskin texture down there. And there's quite a lot of it in different parts. Hi Samantha, thanks for joining. So that is the Queen of Spades. And that's our biggest, that's our largest size, that's the A1. So has anyone any questions about the process? I'm to say that's just how I do it. I will maybe just bring this in closer so you can see. So the edge, you can see the ripped edge. I'll pull out a wee bit. It's very hard to see where the paper starts because of the jagged edge, and that would be my top tip when you're decoupaging, is always remove the straight edge. You don't want a straight edge. It's harder to work with. Right, everyone, I'm going to leave you there. When she dries, I am going to paint her in, and then I will put my photographs up in the Creative Club as well as the Aussie Decor transfer page. And remember to get decoupaging and join in the competition for 120 Australian dollars worth of product. So thanks everyone, and I will see you all again on Wednesday, I think, for Pick and Mix. And then next Sunday I am doing the Moody Blue decoupage paper, and I will probably do the iron-on method. So I'll be showing you the dry iron-on method, and I'll be talking you through how to do that. This was the wet method, and with these papers it works very well. There's no crinkles, no wrinkles. It's very smooth. So thanks very much everyone. So Joanne Myers, who has commented, who is here, Joanne is also one of our content creators. So if you watch out for the Aussie Decor transfer page, she will be doing lives as well. And there's lives every day. Hi Primrose, thanks for joining. Hi Pauline. So that's it. Oh, sorry, Primrose. Hi, bye Primrose. You've just missed it. But thanks for joining. I'll maybe send you a wee alarm next week, Primrose, to remind you. Thank you everyone. Thanks, bye.